Happy New Year 2025, the year of the snake. And I have a tag for you. I know it's not Tuesday. Kevin Towle at Kevin Towle Reads has created an original tag, the New Year, New Me tag, not to be confused with an earlier tag put out by Selena at Book Complex about 9 years ago. This has completely original prompts. So let's have a look. My name is Jim. This is my channel, Books, Reading and Stuff. Prompt number 1, Fears. What's one book from your 2025 reading goals that scares you? This one, Cryptonomicon. I've DNF'd it twice. I'm planning to read this for March the Mammoths. It scares me because of its length. It weighs over 1 kilogram. It's a heavy book and it's about puzzles and the Enigma machine and things like that. So it scares me. But I did read Snow Crash by Neal Stephenson and I really liked it. And I want to read this. Much smaller book that scares me is To the Lighthouse by Virginia Woolf. Because who's not afraid of Virginia Woolf? Prompt number 2, Patience. What is one book on your 2025 reading goals you want to start immediately? For this, I have Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann, which I began this morning. It's the book chosen for the Game of Tomes read-along, which is run by Carolyn Marie Reeds and Emmy. I could put a link in the description below, and it sounded intriguing. It's another big book like Cryptonomicon. It's over 1,000 pages, and they're planning to read it from January, February, and March. Prompt 3, Growth. What book last year pushed you to reflect and or grow as a reader? It wasn't one specific book, although this book played a big role, the Penguin Book of Contemporary Irish Poetry. For the last few months, every Thursday I've been putting out a poem. On Poetry Thursday I've been reading a poem. A lot of them have come from this, like Seamus Heaney and Paul Muldoon and a lot of other writers, but I've also been reading from Christina Rossetti and other poets. And this is helping me to grow as a reader, because before and still, poetry is out of my comfort zone. It's not something that I used to read for pleasure. Now I'm finding I am reading this for pleasure when I'm not reading to you on a Thursday. So this is helping me to grow as a reader. Prompt number 4, New Paths. What is one author you plan to read for the first time in 2025? I expect there'll be a lot. Most of the books I read are by authors new to me. If I look at the books I read in 2024, the first 4 books I read in the year were new authors to me: M.A. Cumley, Carla Kovacs, Frank E. Holmes and A.J. Liddell. It's only on the 5th one, Robert Heinlein, Starship Troopers, that I'd already read one book by Robert Heinlein previously, Stranger in a Strange Land. And then there's more new authors: Irina Shapiro, Revaz Georgiavaladze, Anne Enright, Walter Mosley, Mo Hader, Eva Churchik, and then we've got another one, Frida McFadden, who I've read a few books by, but most of the books I read are by new authors. In this my January TBR, 4 of the authors are new to me. Richard Osman is new to me. I haven't read any of his books previously. Ludmila Ulitskaya is new to me. Also, Thomas Mann of the Magic Mountain is new to me. And Barbara Truelove is new to me. I'm reading Annette Galley Ark for her book. Prompt number 5, Self-Care. What is one book and or series you revisit for comfort? I don't reread a lot. So for comfort, I go right back to childhood. The Cat in the Hat. This is one of the first books I ever read, Dr. Seuss. And The Ladybird Book of Motor Cars. This was a treasured possession as a child, and I used to read with great attention, all the details about the cars. Number 6, Forging Ahead. What is your favourite debut book or first book in a series you read last year? Okay, debut novel, I'll go with Not in My Book by Katie Holt. This is contemporary romance, which is generally way out of my jam, but I really like this. This was a book about two fledgling authors, and it's a rivals to lovers story set in New York, which is a very romantic city, and I really enjoyed it. And first book in a series, in the new series, will be Orla Rafferty Seeks Her Fortune. This is a new series created by BookTube's own Margaret Pinard. This is the first book. The other books haven't been published yet, and I really enjoyed the first book. It's set in the 1830s in UK, about a young widow whose fortune is in peril and what she does about it. Prompt number 7, goals. Do you have a specific reading goal or challenge for the year ahead? On Goodreads, I always set a target, and this year, like last year, my target is to read 72 books. Last year, I finished 73 books, so I just reached the target. 72 is comfortable for me. In 2023, I set the target at 100 books, which I did achieve, but it was rather stressful. So 72, 6 books a month, that's a good target for me. Prompt number 8, breaking walls. This is a bonus prompt. Do you have a non-book related goal for 2025 you wish to share? As in many years, my goal, my target this year is to learn Georgian. I live in Georgia, the country, and I would like to learn the language. Part of this will be reading in Georgian, and I have a book to read in Georgian. I read one last year by the same author. This is a children's book for 7 to 9-year-olds. Dideda da Reva Baushvi Tkheshi. This is great-grandmother and 8 children in the forest. And finally, is this a tag? We should tag somebody. I wasn't tagged by Kevin Towle in the original tag, but I commented on his video and he said I should do it. So here I am, Kevin, I'm doing it. Who do I tag? I'll tag 4 of my favourite booktubers. That's Melinda at Web of Stories, Arian and Prometheus at Book Zealots, and Angelia at Read and Reread. Also, if you feel moved by these prompts, if you like these prompts, I encourage you to do it. You can have a look at Kevin's original video. I'll put, again, the link in the description. I hope you all have a healthy and prosperous new year. I've been Jim. If you've enjoyed this video, you can give it a thumbs up. This will help with the YouTube algorithm, and I shall see you on the next video. Goodbye.